Hello and welcome back to my channel and to another week of really simple, down to earth, no fuss family meal ideas. So I'm going to take you through what we eat as a family of 5 over the course of a week or so and share some of my methods on how I make stuff. I really enjoy sharing these videos and I always get so many messages from you guys saying that you've been inspired to make different things, or you love how simple it all is and it's not too fancy and put together. So really easy to recreate. I've also had loads of messages at the moment saying, am I doing Vlogmas? Obviously, as it's the 8th of December, the answer is pretty obviously no. I think the main reason for it this year is that we're in a tier 3 and basically we are just trying to stay at home. So I don't want to be going out and doing all the unnecessary hauls that are just for content. So I do love to go to B&M, Poundland, Home Bargains, Primark, all that kind of thing. And I love doing hauls like that, but they're not really necessary at the moment. Personally, I don't really feel right going to those shops purely because it would make a good video. It's also all the fun stuff that we can't do this year, like we always go to a Christmas market. We've quite often gone to one that's at Leeds Castle, which we absolutely love. Obviously that's not on this year. There's no kind of Santa visits, there's no trips to like the pier where they always have Christmas bands on and things. There isn't really much I could film for Vlogmas that would be that interesting. We're basically sitting indoors and watching Christmas movies. We're having a lovely December, don't get me wrong. We're watching all the Christmas films, we're playing board games and we're baking a lot. I thought it'd be better putting up some festive like baking videos or festive recipes, easy ones. You can do them with the kids, the ingredients are readily available. So I'm putting those up on a Sunday, but that was a really long spiel about why I'm not doing Vlogmas. I have got some ideas for new content that I do want to bring to the channel, but possibly after Christmas. I'd like to start doing book reviews, like maybe just once a month or every 6 weeks. And I know it's kind of like niche content and not everyone will like it, not everyone's an avid bookworm, but I really enjoy reading. I'm a huge bookworm and I really like sharing and talking about the books. It'd be nice maybe to almost create some kind of book club vibe where we, you know, read a book and we all read it and recommend it, you know, and chat about it in the comments or something like that. Just think that could be quite a nice little video to do alongside the other stuff. I'm still going to be doing like family vlogs now and again as well, but you don't need to sit and watch us watching Christmas films and playing board games. It's not really riveting, is it? So as soon as we can be out and about a bit more, then we will. But anyway, now I've finished waffling. If you're still here and you're not subscribed, if you like the sound of that content, then please make sure you go and hit subscribe. I do meals of the week, I do standalone recipes, I do food shopping hauls, I do like lifestyle content, reviews, favourites videos. Hopefully in the new year I'm going to start doing some book stuff. I love charity shopping, but again, I'm just not going to be doing it for the sake of it at the moment. But as soon as we can, and hope, fingers crossed, things will get back to normal, I'm going to be out thrifting and getting all the bargains and sharing those as well, because we all love a good bargain. So now I'm getting myself out of breath because I'm talking so much. Let's go and have a look at what we've eaten this week. So I'm just marinating my chicken for tonight's dinner. So in here I've got some jerk seasoning, some honey, tomato puree, soy sauce and garlic powder, and I've just mixed it all together and coated it. This is just chicken breast. What I'm going to do now is pour this into a freezer bag and pop it in my fridge. It is almost 10 o'clock now and we'll probably eat around 6, so it'll have a good 8 hours to sit in the fridge, and I'm going to serve it with some rice and vegetables. So for tonight's dinner we have got jerk chicken, brown rice, sweet potato and roasted vegetables. This is Steve's. We've got some coriander on top, some fresh lime, and our roasted veg is broccoli, leeks and some mushrooms, and the jerk chicken is what I showed you earlier when I was marinating it. And then I've just got some lettuce and tomatoes instead of the brown rice. I've also got lime, sweet potato, leeks, mushrooms, little bit of broccoli and lots of coriander. So I'm going to squeeze my lime over the top and we're going to add lots of salt and pepper, and this is what we've got for our dinner tonight. So for our next dinner I made a cashew chicken curry. This was with lime and coconut. I have already done a separate Cook With Me video on this, so I'll leave that link below and I'll also pop a card in. But this is like a Cheesecake Factory copycat recipe and it's really nice. It's a strange one. You have to add toasted coconut over the top and you use soy sauce and coconut milk together, but it really does work, trust me, it all comes together. We had it served with mashed potato in the restaurant, so that's what I've put with it because it goes really well and it's definitely one to try if you fancy making like a takeaway at home. So for dinner tonight the boys have got sausages in brioche buns with cheese slices, mustard, ketchup and just some potato pops. So like Friday night dinner, and this is what they've got. So for tonight's dinner I've made a lasagna. Everyone knows what lasagna is basically, but here it is out of the oven. I don't know where I was going with that. I've just got some garlic ciabatta to go with it. So here we are, just plated up. So we've got our lasagna, we've just got a little bit of reduced fat coleslaw and some garlic ciabatta. And that's what we are having for our dinner tonight. So the next day, Steve and I decided to make bao buns again. There is already a video up on my channel showing exactly how to do these. These are the Pandora-inspired cheeseburger pods from Disney's Animal Kingdom. They work really, really well. They're so easy to make. And once you get the hang of putting the filling in and rolling them right, you could fill them with anything. I'm definitely going to be doing some festive ones with like brie and cranberry, and maybe some chicken or turkey in them. You could fill them with stuffing like sausage meat. We've done a sweet and sticky pork bun before, and I think you could also do like sweet fillings. You could put Nutella in the middle or something like that. But it's become kind of a hobby in our house. You know, if we fancy doing something on a Saturday afternoon, we're just like, why not make some bao buns? Steve also made a cranberry and cashew nut bread. I didn't get a shot of the finished bread, but it is over on my Instagram, which is just Victoria Foulger, and you'll find the ingredients and the step-by-step instructions on one of the posts. So I'm just starting to make my chicken and tarragon potato bake. So I've had my chicken in the slow cooker all day, and this is going to do 2 meals, so I'm making that, and I'm also making a chicken and veg stew. I've got some butter, 40 grams of flour, some garlic, chopped fresh tarragon. This is the stock from the chicken when I cooked it in the slow cooker. I added some herbs, spices, salt, pepper, garlic powder, and I also added about half a cup of water over the top of my chicken just to create a nice stock. I've got some Dijon mustard and some creme fraiche, and then over here I've got some onions that I'm going to let soften. I've never made this before, so I'm kind of winging it. It is based on a BBC recipe, but as always I make it up as I go along. So I just scraped the fat off the top of the chicken stock, and that's what I've used to cook these onions in. And then I've got some potatoes on for my mash, and we'll see how it goes. So I've just added my garlic and my flour, and I'm just going to let this cook for another couple of minutes, and then I'm going to add my stock. Right, so I've removed it from the heat, and I'm just going to add my chicken stock, mix it through, then I'm going to put it back on the heat and bring it to the boil for about 5 minutes. So I've separated my chicken. I've got the dark meat, which I'm going to use for the stew. I've got loads of white meat that I'm going to use for the pie. And then this is bones stroke dog meat. Siren's looking at me like, please drop some. So I'm just going to take off any little bits that haven't got bones in, put that to one side for the dogs. I've made a complete mess, but yeah, this is stretching a chicken into 2 meals. Right, so in here I've got my tarragon, which is about 3 tablespoons of fresh chopped tarragon. I put in 2 heaped teaspoons of Dijon mustard and 4 heaped tablespoons of creme fraiche. I'm just going to mix all that together and leave it on low, and then I'm going to mix my chicken through and pop it in an oven-proof dish. Then I'm going to make my mash. So I'm going to put a little bit of creme fraiche in my mash, and then I'm going to top it with cheese and pop it in the oven. I've laid my chicken in my pie dish, and I've put my mash on top, and I'm going to grate some cheese over it. This one is put aside for Jake because he doesn't like mash, so I'm just doing him some air fryer like roast potatoes. And then I'm going to pop it in the oven probably for about 25 minutes to half an hour. So I've just grated some cheddar and some red Leicester on the top, and I'm going to pop it in the oven. So when it came out of the oven, it was a lovely golden brown colour, and I just got a shot of the inside of the pie as I plated it up. And then I forgot to actually film our plates the day we ate it, so this is actually a leftover portion the following day, which is why it looks a little bit dry, although the flavour of this was amazing. If I did make it again, I would definitely make more of the sauce and maybe pour it over the top as like a gravy. We served ours with broccoli, but obviously you could put anything you like with it, but I really recommend it. Maybe just add a bit more sauce. And I will leave the BBC recipe down below in the description box if anyone is interested. So the next day I made a big pot of slow cooker stew with the rest of the chicken. There is already a video up on my channel on how I make my slow cooker stew using frozen chicken. I am going to redo that video or do an up-to-date version because obviously ingredients and things change a little bit, but the basis of this stew never really changes. It always has stuffing mix in it, and it is a huge favourite in this house. I used to make it when the boys were really little because I used to get a whole kilo of frozen broccoli in when they didn't even realise it had any in it, so it's definitely one you can hide your veg in. So we've got a bit of a random one tonight. We've got rump steak cooked on our grill, we've got some caramelised onions and mushrooms that I've just done in the oven, and then we've got some hash browns. This is what we fancied, and the steak was a muscle food one that we have left over from like weeks ago that was in the freezer. So this is what we have got for our dinner tonight. So that is it for this video. I really hope you've enjoyed it. I will be back on Thursday with a food shopping haul, and I might be pushing the boat out this week, guys. I don't want to make any promises, but I might be heading to a different supermarket. How exciting. Is this what my life's been reduced to? Telling strangers on the internet that I might be visiting Aldi or Asda tomorrow. I'm just going a little bit stir crazy. I think we all are, and I don't really want to see the inside of Lidl's again or Tesco for a little while. I need some variety in my life, and if I can't go on holiday, then I'm going to go to Aldi. I'm going to be that girl that lives on the edge. Anyway, if you did like this video, leave me a thumbs up, and I've also got another Christmas recipe coming up on Sunday, so I will see you very soon. Take care, guys.